Good morning, everyone. I just got packed up and out of camp. It took me a little longer to get up and out of camp than I wanted to this morning because there was another couple camping in the same area, actually very close to me, and they had a dog, and as soon as I got up, the dog started grumbling and he barked a couple times, and I just felt really bad because I got up at 6, but it is currently 7:05. I am at the Trailhead. I have a 5-mile road walk today that I'm not at all looking forward to. I have my blisters. I popped both my blisters and wrapped them up, and I hope that's enough. I actually am considering wearing my Crocs during the road walk just because it might help. I don't know. I also have fresh socks on today, so we'll see how that goes. But besides my feet, I feel fantastic. I just wish the blisters would go away. But here we go. 5 miles until the road, and then 5 miles of road walking. Now that I've got some miles and some Oreos in me, I can give you an update on what I'm looking forward to today. So here in about a mile, I'm going to be at Trailhead 9, and then that's where I start the 5-mile road walk. Since the road walk is going to be almost unbearable with my feet, I have 2 options. I'm going to either try to hitch, although it doesn't look like it's a busy road at all, or maybe walk some of it in my Crocs because they're easier on my feet on the roads. After the road walk, I'll get to the Evergreen Baptist Church, which is where I will fill up my water. Thankfully, the church allows through hikers to use their hose outside, and I only have about 3 ounces of water left, so that's really important that I fill up. And then from there, I am going to be crossing the San Jacinto, I think that's how you say it, river today, which I'm not worried about it because everything's been pretty dry out here, so I don't think it'll be a problem. My feet may get a little wet, we'll see when I get there, but then after that, I'm just hiking through the Magnolia section of the forest until I make it to my campsite, which is still to be determined. I want to see if I can get some more miles in today, but we'll figure out at the end of the day how I'm feeling, how my feet are feeling really, because the rest of my body is feeling fantastic. So that's the plan. This is the most cars I've seen at any trailhead. There's cars over there, multiple cars right here. Interesting. I just got so incredibly lucky, and as I was coming out of Trailhead 9, there was a group of hikers who were getting together there and driving over to Trailhead 10. Unfortunately, I couldn't ride the whole way with them because I do need to stop over here at the church to get water. So I'll have another 2 miles after the church of walking, but they saved me a lot of miles and I'm so happy. And they were great company. I had a great time talking to them. Again, huge thank you to the Evergreen Baptist Church for the water, the shade, letting me sit down and eat breakfast halfway through this road walk, which I did get a hitch the first half, and now I have 2.7 miles till the next trailhead. So here we go. I just stopped my road walk right next to the Little Thicket Nature Sanctuary so that I could rewrap my pinky toe. This one was actually doing pretty good. Oh, let me get that out of there. But this one here was really bad, so I tried to tape it back on because I only have one more piece of moleskin and I know I'm going to need it tomorrow. So I'm going to try to make that work with some cushion. Oh, and I have a band-aid here because I was trying to walk in the ditch by the road instead of directly on the road because that hurts really bad. And I walked through a pile of ants and I had to wipe a whole bunch of them off, but I think one of them got in there and bit me pretty good. So with my sock rubbing on it where the tongue of my shoe is, that was just really bad placement. So I put a band-aid on there and some Neosporin. And I'm gonna sit for like 5 minutes and rest my feet, let them cool down, and then finish. I think I have like 0.6 miles. I did try to hitch a couple times, no luck, but this road is, I think, 70 miles per hour. So even when people get a chance to see me, that like stopping is just really not an option. So otherwise I'm doing well. My spirits are up. I feel okay. My feet aren't terrible. And after this, I don't think I have any road walking for the day. So I'm staying optimistic. The end is near. This signifies the end of my road walk. Now I go in there. I think it's closed. I have to check that out, but South Butch Arthur Road. That was obviously a driveway. The road is actually right there, which makes sense because when you're driving, they wouldn't have the sign directly across from the road. But when you're walking, it just, sometimes you forget how things work. But still, I'm almost there. And I'm so excited because these feet are hurting. Lone Star Hiking Trail, Trailhead 10. Only 5 more to go. And I have completed the trail. Made it to Trailhead 10. I'm so excited. I feel very confident in my ability to finish this. My feet are definitely hurting. I stopped, like I said, on the side of the road to reapply blister stuff, but this is an awesome accomplishment. I'm almost there. It feels good. I feel good. My spirits are high. It did just get a little windy and super cloudy, but I checked the weather and it's not supposed to rain, so that's actually not bad at all for hiking. I do have a sweater if need be, but otherwise, I'm golden. Ah! I forgot to record the map earlier, but I started the road walk like over here, and then I exited the big woods section of the forest. This is where I got a ride, which is awesome. That's the church I stopped at, Evergreen Baptist Church. And then unfortunately, I walked this whole thing because I couldn't catch a ride. But it wasn't horrible. My feet do hurt, but it wasn't. I'm in good spirits still. So that's where I'm at now. And then the end of the day, I think we'll be out of this entire map. So I gotta walk this and I'll keep you updated. To San Jacinto River, 3.7 miles. Oh, it always feels so good to be back in the forest. My feet already feel better. I just passed a man walking his dog on the trail and asked him how the river was. And he said it's a little over his knees, and he's quite a bit taller than me, so we'll see how that is when we get there. River crossings are hard because I'm short, so what's deep to most people is a lot deeper to me. And then also, we're not expecting any sun for the rest of the day. It's just supposed to be cloudy and windy, so if I get really wet, I don't know how long it'll take me to dry out. And then 3, I have moleskin and band-aids on my feet, and moleskin is completely useless once it gets wet. So that kind of sucks because I don't really have any left to reapply. So we'll see how it is. Hopefully there's a tree down or something that I can cross. The Facebook group has been saying that it's not so bad, so I guess we'll check it out when we get there. Look at those bones. Wow. Big bummer. I just restarted my watch, or restarted my workout. I have no idea how many miles I missed or when I stopped it last, which is irritating, but it's the 3rd time today, so I guess I'm just not really paying attention. But my miles are gonna be off today. No big deal. Yes! Just yesterday, I was so excited that I made it to 50 miles, and look at me now! I've made it to San Jacinto River, which is the most dangerous, scary, risky part of the trail, I guess you could say. The reason being is usually it's very fast flowing and very deep, and people struggle to pass the river. Right now, it still looks fairly deep, but I'm going to have to cross it. There's no downed trees anywhere for me to get across another way. I just walked down both sides, and there wasn't really anything there. If you can see over there, there's a rope attached to that tree. Oh, there. So you can grab that when you're on your way over, but depending on how deep it is, I may have to hold my pack over my head. So we'll see when we get there. I'm a little nervous because there's a lot of downed trees in the water. So if I have to hold my pack over my head, I won't be able to use my poles to steady myself. And of course my pack's not waterproof, so that's what makes this risky. The water's going to be cold, I'm sure. I'm going to take my pants off, take my shoes and socks off, and just wear my Crocs, and hopefully it's not deeper than my shorts. We'll see. I did it. I got across. The water went, I had to tuck my shorts up because the water went a little higher than anticipated. The hard part was the very end, so I was getting across just fine, and then the very end, every step I took was like sinking sand, and I just sunk. So I'm glad I had my trekking poles ready because I would have got stuck. My feet are very cold, and both of my band-aids fell off. Imagine that, or I mean my moleskins. The band-aid's still there. So I'm gonna sit down here, dry off, clean off a little bit, and relax. Now the hardest part is done. Look at that gnarly bite. I thought it was an ant, but it might not be. It literally hurts all the way out here. Like, that thing is huge. Oh, sorry. Also, bad news bears. My blister definitely got sand inside of it while I was crossing there. You can see it's open. I only cut this little slit. That happened as I was going over the river, and there's definitely sand in there that I'm not going to be able to flush out. So, good thing I'm almost done with this hike. I also now have some kind of weird rash on top of my toes. This one over here, still nasty, but it doesn't look like it got anything in it, so that's a plus. I'll be able to just wrap it back up. And my ankles are doing weird things, or my heels are getting these red little dots. I don't know what that means. Looks like some kind of rash as well, but we're trucking. Well, we're back on the trail hiking. It is 2 o'clock. I think that took, I forgot to look at what time it was before I crossed, but I think that took about 35 minutes to get through. Once I decided to go over, I had to re-wrap my blisters, well, clean as best as I could, then re-wrap, and clean off my Crocs. Before I even made it back to the river, the sand that was on them, or mud or whatever, turned to like rock hard clay, which is why I was partially scared coming over, because I took a step and my foot just knee deep in mud that was like super suctiony. So if I didn't have my poles, I really would have been in a bad spot. But I made it. Next stop is Double Lake Campground, maybe Double Creek. I forget which one, but there's a whole campground up here. I'm not staying there because it does cost money and I need to make more miles than that, but I am hoping to top off my water a little bit, get rid of my trash. I'm carrying around so much trash, and have some lunch there because I haven't eaten yet, even though it's 2 o'clock. Well, eating lunch, and I know that I need some more calories, so I'm gonna stop there, hopefully at a picnic table so I don't have to sit on the ground, but we'll see. Mile 73, 2.5 more miles until Double Lake Camp, where I can get rid of some of my trash that I've been carrying for days, use the restroom, steal some toilet paper, pull out a tuna packet and hit the road. Oh, and I need to look at a map because I don't really know how far I'm going or what's next. So I'll do that when I get there too. Okay, well, that was incredibly disappointing. You don't actually cross through Double Lake. It will take you probably 0.25, just by the looks of it, to get to the campground, and then 0.25 back to get to the trail. So that's half a mile, and I don't have time to do an extra half a mile. So I am carrying out my trash. It looks like I'm gonna be carrying it to the end, and I don't need toilet paper. It was just a precaution, so I'll still be okay. And I did not take a break. So, onward. All right, since I didn't drop any weight there, that's a little disappointing, but I think I'm gonna be able to make it to the campsite. It's at 83.5 miles, which will put me in a good spot to finish tomorrow, which I need to do, and I feel confident that I can make it. So I'm not too mad about that. I do wish I could have stopped a little bit. I am gonna have to stop before I get to camp and charge my watch if I wanted to record the whole thing. Damn Apple products. But otherwise I'm doing good. I'm moving quick, working hard, but I'm happy, and there's no place else I'd rather be. Whoa. That's a steep drop. And these skinny little bridges. Unfortunately, I have to stop to charge my watch again because it is not going to make it to camp. And I already know I'm going to get to camp after dark because the sun's already setting and it is 4:30. Sun was down by 6 yesterday in the forest, and the campsite I'm staying at is very much so in the forest. I think I have 6 miles left, so I'll be doing a little bit in the dark, which is okay. I don't mind. My body it's holding up okay. But I'm gonna eat one of these tuna creations while my watch charges. I'm gonna give it 10 minutes and just hope for the best because I've got to get back on the trail. And I'm gonna stretch my feet a little because they are definitely sore. Well, everyone, as you can tell, it's already getting dark out here, so I figured I'd record this before I get to camp. It is only 5:45 and it's this dark in the forest. I'm hoping no one is at camp so I don't disturb them when I get there while I'm setting up my tent and stuff. Oop. And because I'd like to cook dinner tonight, but if someone's there, I'll just eat something that I don't have to cook. But I can't wait to get there. I still have like 4 miles, which is insane because I feel like I've been cruising these last 2 hours, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm gonna pull out my headlamp here in a few minutes and just keep trucking. The moon. It's a full moon. That's awesome. every single part of my body feels like it's gonna crumble. So this is a freaking blessing. Over 27 miles today, y'all. I can do hard things. Good night.